Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. We are barefaced right now. So I have so much stuff in front of me and we are going to try out, obviously you can tell by the title, we're trying out half our face drugstore and half our face high-end. I calculated it and I have about $125 worth of drugstore as opposed to like $450 worth of high-end. So we want to test it out to see if the spending extra money is worth it or if it's just because we want to sound like we're bougie. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's start off with primer. So I'm going to do this half as drugstore, this half as high-end. So for drugstore, we're going to do the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer, and this is about $10.97 or so. So we're just going to push all over the side of our face, and we're gonna glow to the gods. For high-end, I'm gonna take the Becca Backlight Filming Primer, and this is $38. So for foundation, for drugstore, I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I'm in the shade Porcelain. And then I'm going to take, for high-end, I'm gonna take the Born This Way Too Faced foundation, and I'm in the color Snow. No, my sponge! Ah! I'm just gonna try and flip the sponge over so we're not mixing. For concealer, for drugstore, I'm gonna take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour in C1, which is the lightest shade, and then I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape, obviously in Fair. We're just gonna, they're like the same applicators. Okay, so obviously I can tell right off the bat, Tarte Shape Tape, a lot more comes off. And like this has been put to work, so the fact that still more product is coming off of the applicator, even though it's been highly used, is intense. And it's way more brightening, I can tell right off the bat. For powder, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Hydro Perfecting Loose Powder, which is about $9 at Walmart. And then for high-end, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way, which is $32 at Ulta. So definitely a steal there. This is my favorite drugstore powder. I love this stuff. Something about it, it just smells amazing. It feels hydrating, honestly, on the skin, even though I'm putting powder. Something about it just, I really, really love it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna flip the sponge in. The packaging on the Too Faced is kind of annoying because it has like this flap thing, which like, why do I want this? I honestly, oh, I just snapped it. Okay, yep, we're taking it off. I think Casey Holmes did that, honestly. Why didn't I do that, literally? I'm halfway through the powder. I don't know why I did that now and not freaking weeks ago. Oh my god, my powder's free! This was a genius move of mine, not gonna lie. So let's move over to bronzers and contouring. So for my bronzer on my drugstore side, I'm gonna be using the Rimmel bronzer, natural bronzer I think it's called, in Sundance. I have hit pan on this. This is just like a oldie but a goodie. And then to contour, I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer in, I think it's just bronzer, but yeah, I'm going to use this to contour. For high-end, for bronzer, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in Tawny. Beautiful, beautiful shade. And to contour, I'm going to be using the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. Such a good contour shade. So let's do that. This Rimmel bronzer is really, really like a reddish warm tone, so I have to be really careful, but it is a really, really awesome bronzer. And this bronzer is $4.28. What a random number. This Anastasia bronzer, I'm just wiping off my brush here, this bronzer is $28, yeah, so obviously way more expensive, but it is a really beautiful, beautiful bronzer. Okay, now that we are bronzed goddesses, I'm gonna take the Butter Bronzer and Hoola, and I'm gonna be taking my Morphe R36, this like fluffy brush here. I don't know, I've just been loving this contouring lately. It just gets right in that chiseled area. So we're gonna take the Butter Bronzer. Oh, it smells so good. Ooh, I love the smell of this. I'm just gonna run this down the nose as well. This bronzer is $14.99 at Ulta, but it is so worth that. And then the Hoola, I'm just wiping off my brush again. The Hoola bronzer is $29, so definitely a little bit more expensive. Very, very pigmented. So just be very, very light-handed with this. For blush, for drugstore, I'm going to be using this Jordana blush in Apple Cheeks. And this blush is $6 or so. And then I'm going to be using, for high-end, I'm going to be using this Tarte Blush Bazaar blush palette. This was like a limited edition, unfortunately. And the color that kind of looks the most like this is Exhilarating. So we're going to be using that shade there. So let's put this on our cheeks. Whoa! Okay, I forgot how freaking pigmented these Jordana blushes are. This blush palette, the Tarte blush palette, was about $45. Oh my god. That was crazy. Very, very pigmented. I was not expecting that at all. Forgot it. It's been in my drawers for forever. I kind of just forgot about it. So, yeah. Very light-handed with that. Jeez. And then for the Tarte, like I said, we're going to take Exhilarating here. Let's not have a repeat. Wow, it's just... honestly is like not as pigmented. Oh, but I like it though. I can build it up so we don't have that issue. That was like crazy. Okay, then for highlights, I'm actually going to take this BH Cosmetics Carly Bible Deluxe Edition 21 color eyeshadow and highlight palette. Mouthful. I'm actually going to use this to do my eyeshadow as well, but I'm actually going to take this shade right here to highlight. And then that palette is about $20, and yeah, so that covers my highlight and my eyeshadow. Whereas opposed to high-end, this highlight is $34. Whoa, highlight those cheekbones. Forgot how pigmented these highlights were. Again, another product that's just kind of been sitting in my drawer for a little while. I gotta use this more often. That's so beautiful. I look like I'm dripping in gold. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my MAC highlight in Soft and Gentle, another oldie but goodie. Oh my god, these are both gorgeous highlights. Okay, now let's do our brows. For drugstore, we're gonna use the Ulta Brow Pomade. This is $10, and we're gonna top it off with some Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara, which is $2.99. And then for high-end, we're gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is $18, and we're gonna top it off with Benefit Gimme Brow, which is $24. Brush out these bad boys. Let's just align me. I need a mirror closer up. What am I thinking? Good lord. So it said that it was too hot or something. I don't know. So I just filled in this brow with the Anastasia Dip Brow, which I'm in the shade Taupe. This is just gonna give my brows some highlight and definition. Fill in any sparse areas. Oh boy. That I didn't get. And it helps set my brows into place, both of these products. so I don't need like a clear brow gel on top. And this is the Benefit Gimme Brow in number 3. I will say that I love that Essence one, but I feel like this Benefit one does give me more hair-like strokes, not just like a slick down brow look. So let's move over to eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow, like I said, I'm using the Carly Bible Deluxe Eyeshadow Edition, and drumroll please, we're gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. So let's put these YouTubers to the test. Let's test them out. Let's see who's better. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M511 and I'm gonna take this shade here in the Jaclyn Hill palette. And then I'm gonna take this one in the Carly Bible, which is again like, they're both like a soft brown. The Carly Bible side, and this is a little bit more peachy, whereas the side for Jaclyn Hill is definitely a little bit more like a soft brown color. Just cleaning off my brush and dipping into the Jaclyn Hill shade. I'm going to actually then take this shade from the Carly Bible, this shade from the Jaclyn Hill. Let's take this shade from the Carly Bible, just like a chocolate brown, and we will take this one right here. Definitely a little bit more pigment payoff with the Jaclyn Hill for that shade at least. Otherwise it's kind of been like neck and neck, but this darker brown shade definitely didn't have to build it up as much as I did with the Carly Bible side. Okay, and then for the lid, I'm gonna take this shade from the Jaclyn Hill, and then I'm gonna go down to one of her highlight shades from the Carly Bible, this like very metallic-y pink color. We're gonna use it on a ring finger. Pretty similar. So this is Carly. Wow, that is stunning. Oh my god, they're both so beautiful. Okay, so these are what the eyes are looking like. Let's do mascara and then we'll pop on some lashes. For mascara, for drugstore, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. For the high-end, I'm going to take the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. L'Oreal is $9.99, where Bad Gal is $24. So keep that in mind. I love both of these mascaras though. For drugstore, I'm going to use these Eylure Vegas Nay Baron's Beauty Luxe Collection, which these are $11.99. And then for high-end, you already knew, I'm going to take the Lily Lashes in Miami. So I'm just going to pop these on. These are the Lily Lashes. By the way, these are $35. Did I say that? I think I did. Anyway, moving on. Let's do the lower lash line real quick. I'm just going to take those two like brownish shades we took. So I took this shade and this shade from the Carly Bible, and from what's her name, Jaclyn Hill. Good lord, I took this shade and I think this shade. So I'm just gonna run that quickly on my lower lash line. The brush I use is the Mikasha E310. I love this brush. Nothing compares to it. Just saying. And then I'm just going to take my mascaras, L'Oreal and Bad Gal, and just put these on my lower lash line. Alright, so this is what we're looking like so far. Looking good. Let's take our highlights that we took. So MAC Soft and Gentle and this Carly Bible highlight. And let's just highlight like our brow bone and stuff. Super pretty. Inner corner. This is highlighted good. For lips, For Drugstore, we're going to take the Rimmel lip liner in Natural. For High-End, we're going to take the Kylie Dolce K lip liner. Okay, and then for lips, I'm going to take the ColourPop Liquid Lip in Bad Habit. For Drugstore High-End, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Soft Lilac. Now these are like sisters, not twins kind of deal. Like they're kind of similar, but this was like the best I could do. Yeah, not really similar at all. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I feel like we did really solid work today. Like we found so many different dupes. I feel like besides the lips, obviously they're not too similar. I mean, they're similar, but they're not the same shade. Other than that, I feel like you can't really tell a difference. I don't know. Let me know down below if it's just me, I'm going crazy, or if honestly you really can't tell a difference. But other than that, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. I upload as often as I can, but like I said, I'm working on a schedule for you guys. Hit the notification bell and give me a huge thumbs up so I know you are enjoying these kinds of videos. I'll definitely do more of them. Comment down below, engage, and yeah, until next time. Bye!